Hey guys, Prince of Macedon here. I'm gonna show you a very old video of myself playing on ladder. This is my 14th online battle for ladder, and you can see right there I could not decide if I wanted to use the dwarves, greenskins, or the Empire. But in the end, I decided upon using the Empire because it was during this time, like over the next 3 or 4 days, that I was on a hot streak where I won like 20 or 30 straight battles as the Empire. It might have been a week or so period. But yeah, I was just destroying as the Empire, and I was very happy with it, and I felt like I was on fire. But yeah, this is a ladder battle, and I gotta say this is kind of a rant, but there's still people out there who say that ladder ranking means nothing because of the cheese. But let me tell you something, there's a few people out there like myself who got my high ranking without cheesing. Sure, I played those 3 battles as the greenskins where I cheesed, but that was it. That's 3 out of 160 ladder battles. Those are the only times I cheesed, those 3 times, and I even showed 2 of those greenskin battles. So I'm very happy with my ranking, and I did not cheat to get there. But a lot of people will make that excuse that ladder means nothing. That's just an excuse by lazy people, or that's just an excuse to justify why there's so many people above them in rank. They make the claim that they're all above them because they cheese, but no, there's people like me who did not cheese at all. So yeah, it does mean something to some people, but if you're the one cheating, then sure, it means crap to you because you're using crap tactics. Alright, so that's my rant out of the way, and yeah, this is a very old video, and I never got to make a video for it. Actually, I just discovered this on my desktop, and I was like, wow, let's go ahead and use it. So here I am, adding commentary after the fact. Anyways, we're gonna talk about this battle now. Empire versus the Vampire now. So my opponent's name is FRANTZ. And I don't know about him, but the people in his clan are pretty active on ladder. You can, if you look at the top 100, there's quite a few clan people from ODM. So anyways, this was the very first patch. Well, this is before it got patched. This is the first, what, 2 or 3 days of Total War Warhammer ladder. So you can't build this kind of army in ladder anymore because the cost changed quite a bit. Like, at least for the Demogryph Knights, their cost changed. But yeah, I went with a regular general of the Empire, 2 halberds, 5 greatswords, 3 handgunners, and 2 Demogryph Knights. And you're going to see my opponent's Vampire Knight, or Vampire Count army soon. But he does have a full stack of Vampire troops. And his lord will be a legendary lord. It's none other than Manfred von Karstein. Obviously, the footage you'll see is live, but the commentary is not live. So I'm going to inch up.
Yes, sir, quickly.
And already you can see my opponent has some flying units. He has 2 of the Far guys. He has them on both wings. He's going to harass me with them. A lot of Graveguard, Karen Race, zombies, some Cav, and he's got his Wizard Legendary Lord, Manfred von Karstein. But his Cav are the Black Knights. Now remember, this is before the new patch where they added in the Blood Knights, because I do think the Blood Knights are a lot better than Black Knights. However, they do cost quite a bit. So if he did have access to Blood Knights, he would not have been able to build that kind of army. So Black Knights it is for him, because he had no choice for the Cav. So I'm gonna move up my army here. I want to engage my opponent. And you can see he's moving his Far guys down. And what I want to do, I want to leave my flying general and also leave my handgunners nearby in order to prevent him from flying at me. Just doing what he pleases. So I'm going to get my handgunners ready. And remember, this is my 14th battle for Total War Warhammer. So I was still getting a feel for these, for the setup. I'm still getting a feel for the game. But here I was getting even more of a feel for the game. So I'm going to make a lot of mistakes with my handgunners especially. Like, there's too many times where I target the enemy unit instead of just letting that unit come into my crossfire. But sometimes when you chase a unit with a handgunner, they won't be firing, they'll be too busy chasing him. Whereas if you left them stationary, then they would have been firing already. So stuff like that. So I'm swinging 2 of my handgunners to the right, my other one to the left. I just want to deter him from flying his far guys wherever he wants to. And I'm gonna leave my general back there as a reserve flight, a reserve anti-air unit. But yeah, it's a good thing that Manfred is in the very back, otherwise he'd be casting Bayuna and Spirit Leech, which he does in this battle quite a bit. But yeah, I've had this this video file on my computer for a long time. I just forgot it was there, so I want to show it to you, so I can delete it and show this pretty old ladder battle. So here, you see that? I'm actually targeting those Black Knights with my handgunners. I should not have done that. I should have just kept my handgunner still. That way he would have been firing by now. But by targeting, he's trying to align themselves. They're trying to align themselves properly before firing. But if my opponent keeps moving, then my guys will never fire. So yeah, he's gonna use his zombies as a kind of a meat shield. Pretty good against my handgunners if I was targeting them. So what my opponent does, he moves his Vargeist to both wings so that it's harder for me to target. So he has one on the right wing and he also has one on the left wing. It's this, you can see on the minimap on the top right that he's just watching my wings. Now he's gonna make this interesting choice. He's gonna take his Black Knights and charge right into my Great Swords. I'm not sure why he did that, especially in that narrow of a formation. But again, this is when Warhammer was first starting out on Total War. So maybe he thought because my guys were swords, he can just plow right through them, but those aren't just any swords, or great swords. So now he's going to move in with his Fargeist, and I got 2 of my handgunners just pecking at it with a gunpowder. Also need to worry about those Black Knights coming in, but I've got some great swords nearby. Not the best unit for receiving a cav charge, but it's better than nothing, I think. So now he's going to come down and crash onto my my Demogryphs. And I got my general coming in to attack his Fargeist. Now, what I'm really worried about are those Cairn Wraiths right there. They are quite devastating. And those super bright fluorescent colors really throw me off. Really throws off my game, man. So yeah, those Fargeists are starting to break over there. Same with those Black Knights. It's kind of a reckless attack doing it like that. I think he should have just kept his Fargeist on the wings just to threaten me, but not actually land just yet. Wait for the rest of his troops to engage my front and then do it. But you can see in the very back is a Manfred. He's not letting Manfred get in too close for whatever reason. And I am greatly outnumbered in this fight. So I try to keep some reserve units. One of them being my Demogryphs. Now, I see him charging into my left over there on my Demogryph, so I pull back a little bit so his initial charge doesn't land right on top, and once he does land, I decide to countercharge with my Demogryphs. Now I see some Black Knights coming down the left, so I have to get ready for that, in case he tries to help out his Fargeist with his Black Knights. But now I got my handgunners shooting at him. Shooting at one of them at least. So now that his Fargeists are dead over there, I can free up my general. And you can see he's targeting my Demogryph's Knights. See that thing, that aura around my cav closer to Manfred? So he casted Bayuna there, which is going to destroy my HP on that cav unit. Like, look at its meter as it goes down. That's just one casting of it, went down. And honestly, with the new patch, they didn't really fix Bayuna at all. It's still as strong as it was. Same with Spirit Leech. Like, they didn't really weaken the Vampire Knights at all. In fact, they made the Vampire counts even stronger. They hardly had changed their pricing. I don't think they changed any of their pricing. They added the Blood Knights, and that was about it. And honestly, their healing abilities got way stronger with this new patch. I don't know why they made him so strong in this new patch. They're already damn strong. They were like the most abusive faction in ladder at the time. Now they're even more abusive. So anyhow, I was trying to throw my opponent off his game. I said GG already. You can say it's kind of BM, but hey, if I can get a psychological edge over my opponent, that'd be great. So I'm bringing in my halberds at his Karen race, and I'm targeting Manfred right there, because I know just how strong Manfred is with his Bayuna and Spirit Leech. Even when I was new, even though this is my 14th battle, I already knew just how strong that spell was. So I got my handgunners firing from the other angle too. I actually cornered, well, I had that area marked off if you tried to escape down that open path, so I had my handgunners there on purpose. So, not too much damage to Manfred. But now you can see right here, he's going to have those zombies chasing after my handgunners. I'm going to have to do some skirmishing on them. Now there is an automatic skirmish mode, but I prefer to do it manually. I mean, depending on the situation, but for the most part, I like to do my skirmishing manually, which could be a mistake, because in this battle I do make a lot of mistakes here with my skirmishing. Plus, handgunners are pretty slow to begin with, so I probably should have disabled, or I probably should have enabled automatic skirmish mode. I think they might have drawn the wrong conclusions about Empire vampire counts. I think they said they might have came to the wrong conclusion that Empire was overpowered. That's why they lowered their demogryphs. But they didn't weaken the vampire counts at all. So, in fact, they just made them stronger. So I definitely think they drew the wrong conclusions. Hopefully, there'll be enough hell raised about this, and they'll do something about that. Like maybe freaking weaken their healing abilities, because a lot of times you try to kill their general, you know, you might go down tremendously in your health, you might bring down his health tremendously on his general, but after you die, you just find that your opponent's going to heal up his general all the way, and you'll be thinking to yourself, wow, that's pretty overpowered, because it is overpowered. So anyways, here Manfred is down pretty low. As you can see, gonna do some firing at him. And my general is pretty super low right now, so I'm trying to just not use him that much. But I want to keep him nearby in case I need them around. But I definitely don't want to lose him to Spirit Leech, because my opponent's already shown that he will use Spirit Leech and also Bayuna. So I do have the edge at this point. But the battle is still far from over. You know, people can always come back. And the fact that he has Manfred, a comeback is definitely likely. Obviously, I already know who's going to win this, because I already fought this many days ago. Many weeks ago, actually. But one of the best sights as an Empire captain is seeing those red splotches around the vampire count banners, but they show that they're about to bite it. Like, not in their sense of biting it, but in the Empire sense of biting it. Like they're about to die. Dun, 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 dun. So more Karen rays coming at my handgunners, and I'm just gonna stand my ground and just forget about them right there. So yeah, I probably should have disabled, or probably should have enabled skirmish mode. That would help out a bit. But my problem with manual skirmish, I mean, with automatic skirmish, is that they can retreat to places that you don't like. So it's almost just as bad as getting caught. Hard to say. I just like to be a master of where my troops go, not be at the mercy of the AI's automatic skirmish. Alright, so they're pretty much put the finishing touches on the zombie unit that was chasing my two handgunners there. Pull my handgunners out and go for his Manfred. No lingering. Dun, dun. Yeah, sorry for all the ranting in this video, but man, people like jump to so many conclusions. Like, I just needed to just rant about this a little bit. At least, you know, address it a little bit. Jeez. Like, sometimes people, you know, they see you F around, even say you F around, and then they'll kick you to the ground regardless. You go, haha, you suck. Stop playing, noob. So anyhow, yeah, I was on a hot streak on those few days I was playing this. It was like 20 or 30 straight victories. So yeah, usually with vampire count armies, they usually don't have any survivors. They all crumble and die. So at the time, I was, what, number 9? But that was like my 14th battle. But anyways, good game to my opponent, like, months after the fact. Hope you enjoyed the battle. Alright, still going, so... Yeah, but... Yeah.